Students, today we shall learn about the Guptas and the Vardhanas. After Maurya and Kushans, the empire of Guptas arose. The Gupta dynasty came into power by 275 century. Sri Gupta is the founder of this dynasty. They started their rule from Prayaga. Later, Guptas made Pataliputra as their capital, and Pataliputra remained the capital of a vast Gupta empire. Guptas encouraged religion, art, literature, and science during their period. Samudragupta. After Chandragupta, we see his son Samudragupta. His achievements have been commemorated in the Allahabad pillar inscribed by Harisena. This is in Sanskrit language and has been inscribed on Ashoka's pillar. Most part of India was under the rule of the Guptas during the time of Samudragupta. His Ashwamedha Yaga brings to mind the Vedic rituals and traditions. Samudragupta was not just a conqueror but a great poet and a lover of music too. His passion for music can be seen in the gold coins which depict him playing on the veena. The iron pillar at Mehruli in Delhi near Qutub Minar is important. It is one of the finest examples of the technical skill of the time. It has not become rusty till now. This shows in those days Indians had a sound iron technology. Chandragupta II expanded the kingdom of Samudragupta and brought stability. He developed relationships with many Indian royal families through marriage and became very influential and earned the title of Vikramaditya. His reign is memorable more for the encouragement given to literature and art rather than for its battles. The famous Sanskrit poet and dramatist Kalidasa belonged to this age. Meghdutta, Raghuvamsha, Kumhara Sambhava, and Ritu Samhara are his poems. Abhijana Shakuntala is one of his noteworthy dramas. The Gupta Empire was subjected to continual attacks of the Huns and thus soon declined. This period witnessed great heights in the creation of various devotional and religious texts like the Puranas and the Dharma Shastras. Varamaha, Mira, Bhaskara, Aryabhatta, Charaka, and Sushruta were the great scientists of this time. Now, let me explain to you the scientists of the Gupta period. First, Dhanvantari. He was a famous scholar in the field of medicine. He was a specialist in Ayurveda. He is the father of the Indian medicine. Next is Charaka. He was a medical scientist. His major contribution to the field of medicine has been the Charaka Samhita. Next is Sushruta. He was a surgeon. He was the first Indian to explain the process of surgery. He has recorded that in those days they were used a separate wing to treat the soldiers. Like modern time surgery, Sushruta was a well known surgeon of yesteryears and contributed significantly to the field of surgery. He was called the father of surgery. Aryabhatta. He was a famous astronomer and mathematician. He is a prominent scientist who come after Varahimihira. His contribution to astronomy and mathematician has been highly significant. This is the reason that Aryabhatta Award is being presented by the Indian government to great scientists. The first Indian satellite have been named after Aryabhatta. He is believed to have invented the zero. He was the first Indian to master algebra. The fact that solar and lunar eclipses happen not due to Rahu but due to the rotation of Earth on its axis and revolution of the Earth in its orbit around the Sun. Varaha Mihira, he was a famous astronomer. He wrote a book on astronomy which is considered the Bible of astronomy. In addition to this, he wrote Bruhat Samhita and Bruhat Jataka and Lagu Jataka. He was a scholar in many fields like astronomy, astrology, geography, meteorology, etc. Now we shall learn about the Vardhanas. The Gupta Empire, which has flourished in 2 centuries, disintegrated around 6th century. Many small kingdoms sprang up at this time. The kingdom of the Vardhanas was one of them. They ruled from Taneshwar in 6th century. Some copper inscriptions, Banabhatta's Harsha Charitra and the Chinese traveller Huinstang's writings throw light upon this period. Pushyabhuti is the founder of this dynasty. Prabhakara Vardhana and Harshavardhana are the prominent kings of this dynasty. After the death of his father, Prabhakara Vardhana and his brother Rajavardhana, Harsha became the king of Taneshwar. Here you can see the Nalanda University. This is the famous ancient university. Buddha had visited Nalanda and the Chinese traveller Huinstang visited this place and stayed for some time. He has given a detailed description of this place. There were stupas, chaityas, viharas, rest houses, steps here and there to sit and rest a while, and meditation rooms also. The Gupta kings and Harshavardhana have been the famous patrons of this place. An incidental fire destroyed many texts at Nalanda. The king's rule was assisted by the Council of Ministers. The kingdom has been divided into provinces. Harsha gave prominence to Buddhism. We get details of the popularity of Buddhism from Huinstang's writing. The Buddhist Nalanda University was full of activity during this period. It enjoyed a royal patronage. So this is about the Guptas and Vardhanas. Thank you, students.